videos. We're just gonna show.
We're gonna talk only Bills here.
We're not gonna go through all the picks. Let's go through the.
We want to give the Mafia what they want.
Let's go through the skill positions.
Okay, so let's get into
Gabriel Davis.
Let's get into our second round pick because that was the one that was the most important.
AJ Epenesa.
Oh no, sorry, third round.
Yeah, Zack Moss.
Zack Moss.
Okay, so Luke, I was showing leading up into the week. I was showing Luke like all these highlights of running backs that I wanted. And like Zack Moss was always one of the top 3 that I wanted. Top 2.
But you never.
AJ Dillon was.
You showed me about.
But I didn't want him in the second round.
Yeah. He showed.
I wanted him in the.
Aaron showed me about like 6 different running backs, and I was always like, okay, yeah, that guy's good. Da da da. And then I saw Zack Moss. I don't watch college football, and I just said like, that guy like I watched a lot of football and I played some in high school.
He was a running back too.
So I watched his maneuverability, and I was like. There's something about that guy that just sets him apart from what I've seen so far.
Well, he's got that quick cut ability, but he also has the ability to truck you.
Yeah, and like that willpower, like he doesn't want to fucking go down either. He like it's just the perfect combination. And what do people call him? A baby.
Oh yeah, a baby Marshawn Lynch.
Right.
That was
and I could see that in him. Yeah. I was like, what the fuck? This guy like
awesome, but not good for the Bills because we had Marshawn Lynch and he just left us.
That was third round?
Yeah.
So he's like a. Do you think they would have took AJ Dillon if he was?
I don't know.
They sound like they're similar.
It is.
Backs.
It's exactly what we needed. Like they needed a guy that could.
Do you think they had Moss ahead of Dillon?
Yes.
Oh, so they would have just took Moss anyways.
Yes, but the thing.
The Packers pick even stupid.
The way that I like apparently Brandon Beane was like willing to trade up like 5 or 6 picks to get Moss because he was scared he was gonna go, but like. The way I look at it is like I think the Bills are trying to protect Josh Allen. That's why we picked a good backup quarterback because Josh is reckless. He doesn't care about his life. He will run into like.
Do you know who Jordan Love's biggest player comparable is?
Mahomes.
It was Josh Allen.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Watch this run.
I heard it was Mahomes.
Look how thick his legs are, man.
Lost his shoe.
An absolute warrior. And dude, when he got drafted, he was so quiet. And I looked at Aaron, I'm like, oh God, he doesn't want to play in Buffalo. But then we found it on Reddit. Well, Aaron did, and apparently he's just super quiet during every interaction.
Because it bothered me a lot. I was like, this guy doesn't want to come to the Bills.
What was that? Look at that cut he just did. Like he just has a nose for the end zone too. But there was a.
Well, the Bills' biggest problem was getting Josh hurt, right?
Watch this.
And Josh would always
bowls him.
Like, look at how many red zone touchdowns Josh ran in, and it's just like, man. Carson Wentz did one of those the year they won the Super Bowl and fucking dummied his leg and like was out for a year.
That's why they got a backup.
It's like keep Josh away from those short yardage plays and get Zack Moss, the bruiser, to run it up the middle.
Dude, we have a nice tandem of backs now. You can catch the ball too. Look at this. Just a nose.
Doesn't fall either.
Yeah. But
what a player.
Yeah, that for me was like my favorite pick because we literally jumped up and down like, no way, the one we wanted.
Because we were watching him since the Epenesa pick. Like since pick 54, he went 86.
He spelled his name Epenesa.
Epenesa.
So this is a Bill's second round pick here.
So we watched this guy go, who's like someone that should have gone in the first round. Like look at those and he's a defensive end. That's like D tackle levels. Like he's huge. He's exactly what we needed. But yeah, for Zack Moss,
the thing with him is like he has a lot of strip fumbles and he's slippery as fuck. He's
good with his hands.
He's not the speedster, but he's like slippery.
He's a technician. He won't win with athleticism. He wins with technique,
which is kind of good because
with like brute strength.
His body won't get injured as much. I think. Like I think he'll.
Yeah. And he's good at strip sacks.
Because he's a smart player, he will avoid injuries.
But what I was saying to Mike is like ever since we picked him at 54, I was literally watching every pick, and I was just watching Zack Moss like just stay there, and I was like,
watch how slippery he is.
And I called Luke.
Look at
I called Luke down.
Look, he stripped the ball there.
I'm like, Luke, 20 picks till the Bills. Zach's still on the board, and we were just watching. Just ding, ding.
Look at how slippery this guy is. Ding. Bang. Stripped again. Like he's unreal.
And they were
did they trade up?
No.
Did
he
they
just
trade
fell to us.
at all?
We didn't trade at all. First time Beans hasn't traded up.
He injured that QB's arm bad. Yeah. Look at how
that's Saquon Barkley he just took out. That was Saquon. Go back.
Yeah,
quick.
you got to see this.
You got to remember, this is Saquon Barkley trying to run a route. That's one of the best running backs in the league.
Okay, so what was our fourth round pick?
Gabriel Davis.
And he's a QB or wide.
He's a wide receiver. Yeah. Wide receiver at a UCF.
I mean, the Bills were given an A draft. We also have to remember we're getting Diggs on top of
That's
all
our
these.
first round pick with Stephon Diggs.
I'll take that.
Do you think you're favorites to win the AFC East?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it's that like cut and
We're not
dry.
favorites like favorites.
yeah.
We're like,
Look at this.
We have the best
the comparison.
Yeah,
because they look alike.
That's a reach.
It's because they look
physical comparison.
alike. Yeah.
All right, show us some game tape here. I don't want to hear him talking to his boys.
I can't hear anything.
6'3". I think it was 6'2".
Oh, there's sound to these highlights. I'm not
Look
gonna-
at that.
I can't hear it.
No, I turned it. I turned it. I mean,
That's what we need. We need a guy that can go up and get it.
we really
Like,
did
that's really
go.
what
We
it
did
was.
go after guys who have a nose though for the end
You went
zone.
after guys who like your team needs.
Yeah.
Whereas
like,
Green
we-
Bay was
we did the
like, how
opposite.
do we make Aaron Rodgers as
Yeah,
pissed
well,
off
like-
as possible?
How do we
I was just-
build for the
the best thing
future
is
on this NFC Championship?
Aaron Rodgers was
contender
interviewed the
team?
day before, and he's like, he
Pat
basically
McAfee, yeah.
said like he said
Be nice if we picked a
he's
skill
like,
player.
I'm excited because
Yeah.
we haven't picked a skill player since I've been drafted. Like he was in his mind, he was like, we're picking a receiver.
He should have kept
for
his
sure.
mouth shut, and then they would have picked a skilled
I
player.
don't think so.
No, but
I think they was
literally, we needed a tall receiver. The only thing I don't think
off me.
we didn't get was a tight end, like a really reliable tight end.
We have Dawson Knox.
Yeah,
signed Jimmy Graham.
but we
Fort
got
Knox,
two
baby.
receivers that are nice and tall. We got a
Jimmy's in,
fucking.
Chicago.
We got a running
yeah,
back
that's right.
that can take half the carries. Who's big and can bulldoze, kind of like a Frank Gore.
And we're not playing. We're not. So the big thing with Zach Moss, I know.
Like,
we're
look
going
at
back.
that double coverage.
That's what we need because Josh is not going to put it in a window. He's going to put it up for you to get. You got to go get it.
I mean, if you look at
who's our
any
fifth
guy in that
rounder?
draft's highlights, though, they're gonna be sick.
Who's
Oh yeah, no.
Like,
We're
it's
we're
like,
more
look.
like we're not.
Yeah.
We're more saying like why these highlights apply to what the Bills need.
yeah?
really.
Who's our fifth?
Our 5th round pick was who the fuck? Jake Fromm, the quarterback.
He was in the fifth.
5th round. Yeah, Jake.
Okay, I
Fromm.
don't really need to see Fromm's highlights.
Why? Let's see Jake Fromm. Put it up. Let's put him up. We can just keep talking
who
about
was
other
6?
stuff. We can have him going in the back.
Who was 6?
Our 6th round pick was Isaiah Hodgins and that kicker.
What do you think the steal of the draft was? Like all teams.
Hodgins is the wide
CeeDee
wide
Lamb.
receiver.
Yeah, that's
Okay, look at
CeeDee
it.
Lamb for sure. Maybe Bradley and they both went to the Cowboys. Bradley and I was seeing like getting mocked in like the 2nd and 3rd round, and he went in the end of the 5th.
Isn't that the linebacker that the Chargers got? He went pretty late too, didn't he? Murray?
Kenneth Murray. Did he go to the Chargers?
I think it was the Chargers. It was like
Yeah.
23rd or something.
I don't know.
Or no, maybe it was it the Vikings? No, that was Chase. That was
Caleb on Chase on.
Yeah.
He went to the Jags at 20.
I thought it was who did the Vikings draft?
The
No, they
Vikings
drafted
Justin Jefferson,
But then who's their first pick?
who was like crazy. Justin Jefferson was their 22, and then at 25 they moved. I think they traded back. I don't think they had a second first.
Maybe
round pick.
they took Murray.
I have it right here. It's all right here.
But yeah, like Fromm, like he was a nice pick because
It's just a backup.
it's a nice backup. He's reliable. Who knows, man? Who knows? Because you and I had this talk. You weren't as into it as I was.
Jeff Gladney. They had
I was saying like
corner. So let's look for
if Allen kind of
Oh yeah, Chargers. You're right. Yeah.
if Allen gets injured or if he has more interception issues, you put this guy in to create a little competition.
Well, you put this guy in, and he's like the definition of a safe game managing quarterback.
Yeah.
Who can just hold you in the game, and hopefully your run game and your defense does the job.
Exactly.
Like this, you don't want a Josh Allen as your backup. Like you don't.
No.
Because that can get messy real
You want
quick.
Tyrod Taylor?
Yeah, exactly.
And
That was
then,
a pretty
so our
wild
6th round. I don't want
Yeah.
to watch the kicker.
That was like off the
Who
board.
was
The only two bad draft
wide receiver?
Isaiah Hodgins, 6'4", 212 pounds of pure
What school
jump
was he
ball
at?
battle.
The Beavers. Most underrated Pac-12
Yeah.
receiver.
Oklahoma State.
Man, we should have took him.
Dude, we honestly like the Bills.
This guy had 6th round. This guy had 2 drops throughout his last 2 years of college. Didn't drop. He never dropped it. Well, he did twice, but rarely.
But like
exactly what we need. Red zone.
there's just
Go up and get it.
Yeah.
Like,
And he's 6'4".
yeah, he just did.
6'3".
Brandon Bean just filled our needs because but he also
You said
just,
he wasn't that fast though.
He's not.
What did he run?
No,
4.5 or
forget.
something? 4.6?
I forget.
4.6 is slow,
I think Gabriel Davis ran a 4.49.
which is good.
It's fine.
I think that's what the running back ran
Yeah.
to, right? Look at that. That was fucked.
That throw was
Brutal.
that was, like
I just like
Just put it up
look
for
at
him.
this.
Just
is
put it up for him.
Exactly that guy.
Exactly what
where
Josh
you could
needs.
just lay out like that and
Yeah.
just make that spectacular grab.
Yeah, but yeah, that's what we got. That's what we got for skill positions. We got a corner in the 7th.
Dude, we
I'm
got
not watching a 7th round.
We got 2 guys who are
7th round corners picks.
Think about this. So our receivers are now Brown, Beasley, Diggs, and one of these 2 guys. Both these guys can make
both
the
of them
roster.
and on Andre Roberts.
Think about those fucking weapons, man. I get that
crazy.
Tampa Bay has ridiculous
Yeah,
weapons,
they're
but
in the NFC.
hey, at least we got some. You might have to get a Bills bucket.
I think going back to talking about all of the teams. If you look at what's going on in the AFC East, like in the Chiefs division, like look at this, like
the West.
yeah. Oh, I say East.
Yeah.
Oh, I meant West. Sorry, guys. Like the Broncos' first 2 picks were fucking receivers.
They got weapons.
Yeah,
They're
like every team in that division just like loaded up on weapons because that division is gonna be so much fun to watch. It's just gonna be all offense, no defense. They're trying
That's just
to.
what the NFL is becoming, right?
Well, but
Except for the Bills,
specifically that
baby.
division, man. Like they're really trying to like load
They're
up.
all
to
taking
keep
that
up with-
KC style.
Yeah, to keep up with Kansas City's firepower. Like the first 2 picks of the draft for the
AFC after KC is like wide open.
Ravens.
Anyways, I'm gonna wrap up. I'm gonna wrap up the
Yeah.
Bills.
You don't believe in them? You think
Those were who the Bills took, ladies and gentlemen. That was our little Bills segment there.
I'd be interested.
Thunder.